Welcome to Archive Live. How are you? How are you doing?
Cooling, man. Just had to handle some stuff earlier today. Just working, preparing. Just staying busy. Staying busy.
I understand that you are always busy. I feel like you always got something going on, whether that's an event, a new release. Like I feel like you always got something going on for sure.
It's a gift and a curse. I assure you, it's a
That's
gift
so
and a
funny.
curse.
Okay, so before we hop into the Q&A, just tell everyone a little bit about you, who you are as an artist. I tried to kind of give like a summary on the genre, but I feel like I can't like kind of box you in. You experiment a lot, so if someone were to ask you what kind of genre of music you make, what would you tell them?
Afro-Fusion,
Afrofusion? Okay, so is that
most
like a
definitely.
all encompassing thing? It kind of dibbles and dabbles and like everything that you kind of experiment with.
Yeah, so it's since my grassroots is from me being like dance hall and Afro beats, and then I just encompass like me growing up studying hip hop, pop, and just being a fan of music overall. And I just encompass it all together in like one like big soup bowl, so to speak. You know what I mean? So, like you know, a lot of the records that we have, like let's say "Come Alive," for example, right? It may sound like Jersey, like doom 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 doom, but in the beat, very subtly, it's led by like Afro beat rhythms. You know what I'm saying? Like the low ends, like the coon, bah, it's like it's all in there. So, you know, my goal is to like share my culture with everybody. You know what I'm saying? So to answer your question too, I go by Pusha Preme, 1/4 for the ones with assassins, favorite mask assassin, always Tampa will win. But yeah, I'm a Afro-Fusion artist. You know, I started off doing hip hop, then started doing more dance hall. You know, I found a lot more success in that. And I'm from, I'm Sierra Leonean, so I'm first generation African. And then the fusion portion of it just came just by taking people like Mike the Don, taking people like Wild Child Beats who are like they're of American descent, but then I'm like introducing them to the African culture. Like we're watching how these beats get made. We're watching like real log drums and encompassing that and like absorbing that information and putting it back out.
Okay, very cool. So, when did you first like show an interest in making music or creating? Did it start with music, or did you start with something else? And how did you start? Was there someone that kind of inspired you, or what was your route?
For me, it was poetry. To be honest with you, like I was very shy, and it was my. I mean, I'm still a shy person too, and that was my way to like talking to girls, stuff like that. So I used to write a lot of poems back in the day, haikus, all that. Like I was Mr. Hallmark, and when I moved to Tampa, from New York, like battle rap was kind of like on the verge. You know what I'm saying? Like it was kind of like coming on, and then people were just like throwing jabs at me. I was just like, what the hell? So I didn't know what to do. It wasn't like one of my strong points. And my cousin, rest in peace, that taught me how to like, rap and stuff like that. We was watching the Lyricist Lounge show. It was like a show on MTV a long time ago. And people were like backpack rappers and stuff like that. So I just started like listening to Eminem, Jay-Z, Nas, stuff like that. And I fell in love with the cadences. Like I love cadences. I love double entendres. I love how poetry can kind of like create this river walk of ideas and visualizations, you know what I'm saying, from people's words, stuff like that. So that's what kind of got me into it. And I've always been a fan of music, you know what I'm saying, all kinds of music. Not rock, like not too much rock, but like old school rock, you know what I'm saying, like Foreigner. I fuck with Foreigner, Kiss, but I'm not like, you know what I'm saying, like I'm not screamo.
Okay, okay. You want to be able to handle both. I get it. That's funny.
Yeah, because there's gonna be
Okay.
one person that watches that and be like, name all five members of Linkin Park. I'm just like, you got me there, man. Nah.
That's funny. You're not allowed to wear band tees if you can't name five songs. That's so
Now,
funny.
yo, I had a Rob Zombie shirt on. I was in Tampa, in Ybor, and somebody was asking me mad Rob Zombie. I was like, I just like the shirt, bro. I'm sorry. I'm just sorry. That shit's
That's
crazy
funny.
though.
I know. I feel it. It's crazy how people try to check you. I don't like it. Can I just like? I just like the shirt. Come on, man.
Can I live? Yo, for real. But I get it though. I get what he must have meant. I hope one day to be on the band T-shirt. I hope someone looks at me like that, So I get it, but like, you gotta kind of like read the room. That's how I see it. You know what I'm saying? Like if you wore a basketball jersey, I won't be like, yo, so who's better, LeBron or Jordan? I'm not gonna hit you with that. You know what I'm saying? Like
uh,
you gotta chill sometimes.
that's funny. I do feel like it's a level of gatekeeping though. Like, come on, like let's
Oh
all
no, not you with the
like
gatekeeping,
I
Dre.
don't
I,
like
I
I don't like it.
I know you, man. There ain't no gates in Tampa, man. It's
Listen.
basically people making excuses for being lazy. Cause I'm not from Tampa. I came to Tampa, and I left Tampa, came back. You know what I'm saying? I left Tampa, went to New York when the Live Nation shit didn't work out for us. I had to make a very important decision. Do I raise my daughter in New York or do I raise her in Tampa? And I
Right.
started over. I left New York. I was living in the Heights. I left New York and came here and started over. $0 on the couch. It was uber embarrassing. Like you know what I'm saying, coming from and how hard I work and stuff like that. And I have to start all over again. You know what I'm saying? And to be where I'm at now, nah, it's people allowing other people to be in their way. You know what I'm saying? And I've heard people mention it. I talked to Yism about it and Regina, and I just tell them like they don't really like you're not looking at it from the full perspective, right? For example, right? You've had the this magazine for a minute. You've actually been doing this journalism for a minute. I'm so proud of you. You know what I'm saying? I know COVID was kind of like a pivotal moment, but I remember how on point you was on it. You know what I'm saying? Even knowing the Jay Brown album, because that shit was a fire album. And like a lot of people, if you know type shit, but you knew. And I knew you was on your shit, you know what I'm saying? But during that time, right, I wasn't on your radar because I wasn't connecting with you. I never said, "Hey, my name is this, da da da." It wasn't until like way later down the line. But if you don't make the connection and reach out to people, how the fuck they gonna know you? You know what I'm saying? Like people talking about, oh, I'm not getting booked for shows. You don't even know the promoter. How you gonna get booked? You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know you, so why would I take the risk in booking you for something to make money for an investment and I don't know you?
Right.
So I don't think there's gatekeepers in Tampa. I think people they create gates in their mind because they want something to be given to them. And end of the day, this is the art, you know what I'm saying? The people determine who they like and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I understand that completely, and sorry to go on another tangent, but it was similar
Not at
with
all.
art raffle and the events that Ari throws. Everyone always wants to be like a vendor and show their art, but she's like, if you haven't been to one of our previous shows, don't ask me to be a part of the next one. Like, come and support the artists that are part of these events. Say hi, meet me, and then we can talk about you coming and being a vendor. But show support first.
It's like it's too much gimme, 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 and like that shit wouldn't fly in New York at all. Like you have to work so hard and then maintain that like you're not like a spark to
Right.
be able to get that like I'm gonna go get him. You know what I'm saying? It's just people haven't done enough, and sometimes people take that and they be like, oh, like you hurt my feelings, but it's like, but you haven't done. You know what I'm saying? And we're at like the middle school level. You're not even at the high school level to where it's like this continuum. You know what I'm saying? Some people not even at the college level to where you're like traveling, doing shows, getting booked, and like have a really congested schedule. You know what I'm saying? And they complaining. Nah, I don't like it. I don't like it.
Right. So
But
let's
I
talk
love what you're
about.
doing though. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, we're trying. I feel like being like a digital platform, we should try to be on multiple like media outlets, try new things. So that's why I kind of like we started the streaming, and like started like the Discord channel. We pride ourselves on being like, digital artist library, and we feel like the Discord channel is like a way for us to really build a community outside of just liking photos on Instagram and things like that. So thank you. I
Yeah,
appreciate that.
it's tough. It's tough to keep up though. So like, big shout out to you. Big shout out to my man Brian, and then Guru, because you're the only three Discord like I follow stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like this it's tough, man, because like you want to go to IG, but you want to go to Facebook, then you want to go to TikTok, then you want to go. It's like it's so much that you have to do. So definitely shout out to you for holding it down. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real.
Thank you. And shout out to you. Like I said, you do a lot. So tell us about like your creative process. So whether that is, putting together an album or putting together a listening party or an event, like what is your process when it comes to planning, promoting, and all of that?
Oh, so that's a great question. It depends on who's asking, right? So from an artist, yeah, for real, like from an artist standpoint, I kind of just go off um, any kind of pivotal moments that I have in my life that I want my audience to catch up with, right? But as like as a company, for me, it's like it's a cycle. You know what I'm saying? It's like a system for me. So it's like I get inspired, I put together a project, I film the process, I do one kind of event that leads to another kind of event that leads to another kind of event because I want to make sure that the music is like it's like a film. You know what I'm saying? With like Rocky sequels. So like okay, I remember when Preem had this mask on, this represented this, and then represented that. You know what I'm saying? And you kind of see the growth. That's my main thing. So my process when I'm going through it is like, how can I make this like Busch Gardens? I want to be Busch Gardens, Disney, Adventure Island when you come to my event. So it's going to be drinks there. It's going to be rotating DJs. It's going to be themed. It's going to be colors. It's going to be food. It's going to be everything like that. And that kind of like what people kind of revere me for, And I always want to make sure that we're doing it for a cause. So whether it's the book bag drive or the shoe drive or not just power with that agency as well too. It's like we want to make sure that we always give back because end of the day, like you're giving us our time. We want to make sure we get back to the community because without the community, we don't have anything.
Right. Okay. I guess that's in a nutshell. I'm sure there's a lot more that actually goes into it, project by project by project. But as someone that is so busy, do you feel like you ever have like a creative block, or do the ideas just keep going?
Honestly, to keep it a stack, like people like Mike the Don, Vision, France, it's my people that's around me because they have such an infinite inquisitive mind. It always keeps me on my toes, and I get inspired very easy. I can feel like a butterfly, like I'll be like, oh, a song. What I'm saying? Like I get inspired very easy. A lot of my people I look up to, Dolly, Jay-Z, Travis Scott, Pharrell, like so I try to at least like bring things to life. You know what I'm saying? Because the biggest thing about artistry that people don't really touch on is that you're taking this imagination that only you can see this, and then you're bringing it to life so other people can see it. That's like magic. You know what I'm saying? Like real deal magic. And a lot of people are not able to like propel that skill and stuff like that. So that's what kind of like pushes me. The fact that I have this and there's people that I know. There's like tons of people that I know that don't have this thing that we have. You know what I'm saying? And when I say we, I'm talking about you as well too, because you bringing this to life. You know what I'm saying? So, and you've been to the events and stuff like that too. So you know, I feel like as artists we have a code that we have to keep. That we always have to stay imaginative and always have to make sure we push forward.
Right. Okay. Well, tell us about some of the magic that you're working on right now. What are some of the projects that you got in the work? I know
Oh,
you just released
I'm
a
in like a
single.
weird space. I'm not gonna hold you. I'm in a weird space, like because the thing is, like, we just dropped the project, right? Some hearts are meant to be broken. Great,
Right.
great fucking project. If you're listening in, definitely tune into it. It's on iTunes. You might even get it on Napster. It's everywhere. Wherever you want, wherever you find music, you can find that. And we just did that beer event with Coppertail. We did a collab with Coppertail and Yuppies, and I feel like a lot of people want to get more of my personal side because like time is like it's very funny. For me, it's not real. It's all the same day to me, but some people want to know, Cream, like how did you get here? Or what this here? So now I'm working on more of a personal project.
Okay.
I want I'm going like deeper into like my rollout bag, so to speak. Like I'm thinking about the color palettes that I wanted to do. I'm thinking about how I'm going to roll it out. I'm thinking about, and that's the fun part for me. Like just bringing all these ideas together and seeing how I can just rope them one by one. So I'm in like a little bit of a fiddle right now. I'm just being open and honest. So I have one called the Green Ranger. So I feel like my storyline is similar to the Green Ranger. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know if anybody else watched Power Rangers, but that was me. Like the outside, especially when I came to Tampa, I was definitely like big outsider vibes. but it's like they were wearing like Team Jordans and I had like real Jordans. You know what I'm saying? It was like it was a very like different kind of perspective, and I thought that was normal for me. You know what I mean? So you know, I was always looked at like the villain for a long time, or like trying to do too much when this was just like my regular life. You know what I mean? And you know, I feel like sometimes I get pointed like that as an artist too. Like some people feel like I'm like doing something to like outshadow them, but that's never the cause. I'm doing it to build up the city. You know what I'm saying? I've always been someone that gives back and stuff like that. So, you know, that's what I was going with, you know what I'm saying? And all the tracks on there were recorded by, mixed by, and produced by Mike the Dom. So I kind of wanted to, you know, create this like little volume piece that kind of toured everything. But then, you know, my team was like, "Yo, there's so many. Like, we have like a long list of good songs, like a really long list of good songs that we kind of like do. It's like a one-off, but it really hits. And then because I'm focused on this album, I'm not worried about that. So we're like, you know what? Let's let them pick. So what I'm going to do is that we're going to have it's going to be limited seating. People are going to come through. Of course, you're invited. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to give everybody like the full experience of like this project that I'm trying to put together, and I'm going to let them pick the songs.
Okay.
I'm gonna give them a QR code, and then it's gonna go by voting. So whoever votes the most, that's the song that we're gonna put together, and I'll build it from there.
Okay.
So, and I'm
Nice.
calling it Pink Forest.
Okay. All right. Nice. I like that idea. That sounds very cool. I like the interactive listening parties. I love those.
No
So,
doubt.
so as someone with plaques, literally plaques on the wall, what does success look like for you as an artist? Like, what are your goals as an artist? Like, what is
I'm
success for Pusha Preme?
in the beginning, it was more of the accolades, but like the older I get, I just want to just provide a platform so that if anything was to happen to me, my work doesn't go in vain. That's like my biggest thing, you know. And I learned to be more selfless. You know, my daughter kind of like did that for me. And I love helping somebody like find what I found because I had to find it by myself, and that shit was super frustrating. You know what I'm saying? Like I had a couple mentors, you know, so like Gats and H and Mike Mass and like, but it wasn't the same. It felt like, you know, arm's length. It's like, yo, here, right here, like stay right there. You know what I'm saying? And now that I kind of like found my own way, I want to just continue just creating like platforms. You know what I'm saying? I want to continue doing more brand crossovers. You know, we're working on a Spanish song my second Spanish song. I'm sorry. And we're gonna start doing that. Like, I'm gonna start doing like Spanish shows and stuff like that. I'm gonna start like doing music in Spanish, and you know, I just want to just like use as much as God's gift as possible. You know, that's where I'm at with it, and I hope to inspire everybody to just be themselves, find that inner child, and light that motherfucker up. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause you don't know how long you're gonna be here. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're here today, going tomorrow. There's a lot of people I grew up with that's not here right now. There's a lot of people that's not in the same position. Like, they're like living in Kuwait and stuff like that. So, you know, it's you got to kind of like, you can't take this for granted, for real, for real.
You're right. I like that. So, other than learning Spanish, what's another technique? What's another technique or skill that you're working on improving right now as an artist?
Songwriting. So I feel like I'm really good with hooks, like really good with hooks. So what I'm trying to do now is make more relative music with less words. That's what I'm working on now.
Okay.
I feel like I over explain, I over talk sometimes, I ramble sometimes, I rant sometimes. So that's what I'm learning right now. But you know, most of the recs we go in there, and I kind of like, some people call it freestyling. I don't think it's freestyling if you're thinking about it, but like I'm really just like printing it with the producer. So I'm just like, all right, this is the flow. This is how we're gonna go. Cool. And then like, yo, you should instead of saying that, you should say this word, and that will create another phrase for me. You know what I'm saying? So it's very like group orientated.
Okay. Okay. That's very cool. That you have people kind of helping you and guiding you. Um,
Yeah, yeah, hell yeah. It's a whole solar system. It's like, and it's not me on my own. That's why I'm like really big on like the whole Tampa will win thing, because it's like, it's not just me. Like, there's so many people. Like, even if they're not my friends no more, or in my life, but I always shout them out because they played a part to get me to this position that I'm at right now. You know what I'm saying?
I I commend you for that because I feel like once people kind of like lose connections, you just don't give them kind of credit anymore. It's like, oh yeah, no, I don't know them. They never helped me with anything. So, shout out to you for still, thanking the people that might not even still be around or even, helping anymore.
Oh, hell yeah! I mean, the elephant never forgets. You know what I mean? I know how it is. I remember how it was. So I never, I can't forget those times. You know what I'm saying? Whether they with me or not, I can't forget that. You know what I mean? That wouldn't be fair to the situation.
Right. So I already kind of know the answer to the next question. The next question is like, do you feel like your music reflects who you are and your personal experiences? But I feel like you've already answered that, throughout the rest of the Q&A. This is you. This is your life. But what song, if you had to pick one, like hits the closest to home for you?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Or what's something you were writing? I was like, damn, damn.
So I have this song called Benz. That one hit me cool because I haven't done like braggadocious music in a long time because I've been doing like since this last project, and that one really hit me because like I was really like talking about like everything that was like maybe that was like inner feeling that I wasn't able to express like that. So it reminded me that I had that like rap bag. You know what I'm saying? Like if I want to rap, I can rap like the best of them. So I would say Benz was definitely like one of them for me, and Come Alive to be honest with you, because like Come Alive was like when we was recording that record, that shit was happening like right then and there. Like my daughter literally called me, was asking me for money for school. Um, like somebody was talking about it's like they need me but they don't love me. I'm just like, what the fuck? Like that's so confusing. How do you need me but you don't love me? Like yo, and then at the same time, like a rapper who I rock with wasn't fucking with me. I'm just like, yo, what the fuck's going on? So like I was telling the guys this when we was like in the studio stuff like that, and then it just like literally came out. So that one was like the first time that it was all hitting me simultaneously. Because sometimes I just reflect. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
I'll jot down some things, but like I never really say what's like on the phone and stuff like that. But I do love the exercise of writing.
Okay. All right. Cool. Perfect. And then what are you doing? Okay, I feel like you don't have a lot of time. But when you
Yeah, no, I
are
got time.
not,
No, I got
when
time. I got time.
no, I mean just for the question, when you are not in the studio, not
Oh,
performing, and not
oh,
taking care of your fatherly duties, what are you doing? Do you have time to do anything else? What are your hobbies outside of music?
sadly, I don't really have any. Yeah, I used to play basketball a lot, and
Okay.
then that kind of got consumed by like fatherhood. Um, I, yeah, yo, that was it. That and shopping. Um, yo,
Like,
it's
basic
like it's like it's
hobbies.
like it's like it's like a sad truth, you know what I mean? But because the thing is like I don't want to waste no time. You know what I'm saying? Like even today, like we recorded yesterday, and I was like I didn't really hit it the way I needed to, so I got to record today. You know what I'm saying? To make sure I get that right. That hit vision, like vision, be in the studio, we gotta do this today. Yo, soda, light it up. You know what I'm saying? And then now he's like, yo, I gotta go on Friday. Cool. See you on Friday. So for me, it's like I feel like I've wasted enough time in my life trying to figure things out. I've been here for a while, so with New York and school and like day parties and promoting and like when I restarted here, I was like a regular person. You know what I mean? So I didn't look at I didn't think I would be in this position. I was just like, going to work and partying and stuff like that. But my life just felt so empty. I just felt like I was just wasting the shit. And staying busy is just because like I have a lot of responsibilities that I keep my integrities for. You know what I'm saying? Like when I have to do something, I have to do something. And I don't let the world like move me away from taking care of my responsibilities. And I think that's why I stay so busy. You know what I'm saying? So it's like if I tell you like, hey, we got a call or I got this, like I mean I'll always be on time, but I'll make sure that I'm gonna make time for it because if it's important to you, it's important to me. You know what I'm saying? Because once upon a time I was important to nobody. You know what I mean? So I take that very I put that on a high pedestal.
I feel that. Okay, well then, after retirement, what is Pusha Preme gonna do? Is Pusha Preme picking up golf?
Oh
What
man,
what does that look like for you?
that Thanos moment when he's like he's done, he stepped the finger and all that.
You got the rings.
Honest,
What's next?
hmm. Well, I mean, my company is an entertainment company, so I want to continue to like, book shows, book events,
Okay.
continue to do my book bag drives, continue to give back and stuff like that. My main goal, wishful thinking is I want to build like a YMCA for artists here in
Okay.
Tampa. So like, you can learn how to play the piano, you can learn how to play the guitar, you can learn interpretive dance, you can learn digital marketing. Everything's all in this one hub for you. That's like my like moment. You know what I'm saying? When I could just sit back and like watch everyone graduate and stuff like that. Like, because you're not. The thing about art is like you have to like dive into it and then be a part of it. Like you can be 6'5", but that don't mean you're gonna go to the NBA. You could be the smartest person in the world, get A's all day, but you could just be a bank teller at Chase. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like art is the only time where you can kind of like wield your destination. You know what I'm saying? And I think we need to make sure that we highlight that. It's not, I'm telling you, it's not like people be thinking like everybody raps, but not everyone's an artist. I'm telling you, man, some people be struggling. I'll be like, damn, bro, just do you. Like, no, man, I need to like, get her to drink. And I'm just like, damn, sheesh.
Yeah, I
Inspiration's a
that's why
motherfucker.
I know. That's why I love seeing music artists kind of tap into other creative fields and excelling at them. Just because I feel like, as an artist, I feel like you're already more talented in more ways than one. You know what I mean? I feel like if you're already creative, chances are there's multiple things that you could be creative at, and chances are you might be
Mm,
better at something else than you are at making music. And I
yeah,
appreciate, yeah, I like when artists tap into other different lanes just to even try it. You know what I mean? Just give it a try.
yeah, yeah. Got to, because like like you never really know. You never really know, man. And I've learned that this thing could like give you like such a great gift back. You know what I mean? Like I've met so many dope people. I've been able to help others. Like it's man, like I love being an artist. I will say that it's my favorite thing to do, especially performing.
Nice. We can tell, honestly. We can tell. We can tell. We can tell, like, when an artist is passionate about what they do, and it's more than just kind of being known as being a rapper. You know what I mean? I feel like you go through great lengths to kind of get your work out there, to take it to new heights. You don't let anything stop you. Obviously, I had no idea that you were in Tampa and then left and then came back. I had no clue about any of that. So,
Oh yeah,
shout out to you for, never giving up and, keeping it going because it's been a long tenure for both of us and we're still in it. We're still in it to win now. I'm not giving up anytime soon.
yeah, no, definitely. I mean, even the Juneteenth event, like to be able to throw a Juneteenth event at a predominantly white brewery celebrating Black freedom is like what I'm saying. Like the thing that we're doing here is like it's like sometimes it won't be like Jay Z and Diddy and Sabrina Carpenter. Maybe it won't be like that for you. But the journey, when the journey is pure and you're able to like sleep at night and keep your peace, that means a lot more than like anything else in the world. You know what I'm saying? A million people's gonna do Rolling Loud between now and then. A million people. We're not even gonna remember them. But like, who did you impact? You know what I'm saying? Did somebody tell you I love you and I thank you today? That's what this shit matters. You know what I'm saying? So for
Right.
me, it's like, for my time here in Tampa, I've seen it more from people being like, Tampa's a crab in a bucket city to like, Tampa will win. You know what I'm saying? Like, and 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 I just hope that you know the younger generation take this torch and they go with it. You know what I'm saying? I
For
hope that they
sure.
do.
For sure. Okay, and then to wrap it up, I know you've already mentioned like Mike the Don, but are there any other artists that you work with or that you listen to that you want to recommend for our artist index?
Yeah, no doubt. I say Vision, Mike the Don for real. He's a producer and engineer, incredible. So the Swisher. God, I hate when people do this because like on the spot, I gotta think of everybody now. Um, I would say only because like I just heard the new joint that he dropped, Jay Brown. Reaching Nova out there in New York. Osmond Benjamin. Grammy nominated, 2-time Grammy nominated actor and artist. He was just at our event. Man, he has such an incredible story, and he's pushing the same narrative that I'm pushing right now, which is dads in the industry. So, like, we don't have a voice like that, and some people may be like, that DJ's an asshole, but he may deal with like dad drama. You know what I'm saying? He probably just put his kid to bed, and it feels like shit that he got to get in the car and go to fucking Ebor. You know what I'm saying? So, it's something that like I'm working on. I'm hoping by the grace of God that I'm able to create a platform. Me and Buck, we talked about it as well too. Maybe me and you could talk about it, but I just feel like the dads in the industry, whatever industry in music, entertainment, like they need their mental health to be, just checked on every once in a while more than anything else. Because being a father, an active father, is very difficult. Whether you have a girl, whether you have a son, it don't fucking matter. You can have twins. It's tough, and you have to be three different people all at once, all the time. You know what I'm saying? So, um, I hope that to answer your question. Other people that I think that would be dope. I think Ari Kai would be dope. Who else? Siobhan. Oh my gosh, Siobhan would be amazing because she just got back from Greece. So, and me and Siobhan were talking about it's like a revolution that we're trying to do right now. But basically, like there's certain platforms that's out there that they want you to be on their platform, but they don't want to give you what you're worth. So I was like, yo, we got to get back to the FUBU for us by us. So we're trying to work on not trying to, we're going to, because we're doers. We're going to make a festival here in Tampa, like a Tampa Palooza, ran by the artist, for the artist, by the artist. No middleman, none of that bullshit. We both know how to do it, and we just want to put the power back into the artists so they don't feel like, oh, I got to be a part of this to be a part of that, and it discourages them. No more of that shit.
Okay. All right, cool. I am down. I am excited to see what y'all have planned. And how do I know we had some messages in the chat, but I don't know how to grab them. Let's see if I
Oh, Cedric Seven, what up, TT? How you doing?
can. Okay. So from said, who are the rest of the masked assassins, and who are the masked assassins?
Okay, so they have changed with the seasons, but it's Ron, Julian, Justin, Eli, Trev. So it's my band, the Mask Assassin. So um, Ron came up with the name at the time. Was trying to figure out a name for the band, and he's like, "Oh, because we wear masks and everywhere we go we kill shit." And the band is like they're super talented, man. I've been so blessed to be with these guys. I've always wanted a band. Since I've seen Jay-Z with a band, I was like, this is how I want my life to be. And the musicians, they're super talented musicians by themselves, but when we come together, it's just something really special, like really, really special, man. If we ever have a show or a gig and you're watching this, you definitely want to check it out. Definitely want to check it out.
Okay, perfect. And then from TT, what are your thoughts on the Tampa music scene unfiltered?
It's doing great. It's doing great. I think some people are trying to portray another city success on Tampa, but it's doing great. Artists are throwing their own shows. Artists are thriving. They're getting on bigger platforms. Tampa's becoming more of a household name. People care about the list and stuff like that. So it's really growing. You know what I mean? For it to be like to the next step is what me and Siobhan are talking about. To where it's like we don't have to wait until this particular festival to be able to like do our own festival. You know what I'm saying? It's something we could do quarterly. Like we need to start, kind of like joining forces with different genres. Everyone wants to team up. It's like, but no one's talking to nobody. So it's like going to like a prom and like this over here, they're over there, they're over there kind of situation. But then like someone has to be the middle person to kind of like break the ice, so to speak. And I feel like, right now is like the perfect time. Like I never thought in a million years I would be like working with a Spanish artist that's like speaking in Spanish and I'm doing my thing, So never I thought I'd be like, you know, working with yuppies and then taking them to a brewery and they're selling their sauce in the brewery. Like I never thought any of these things would happen. But I do know that it's a community out here and the community's thriving. And if you're out there and you're watching this and you want to see some things, there's a bunch of things going on. Like Creative Loafing posts about them all the time. Or Shuffle. If you want to start kind of small, go to Shuffle on Tuesday. They got the open mic. That's always dope. H is actually doing a festival. He's doing the Live on Seventh right now. The thing is like fourth year or fifth year, something like that. So it's growing. It's really growing, man. And I'm seeing so many different people do so many different things. People pop up like Dochi, They Hate Change, Gats. Like there's so many people blossoming. We're in a good space right now.
Yeah, I think so too. I think it is a little, it's definitely different from when we kind of first got on the scene. I want to say like, 2016, but obviously things change. It's been damn near 10 years. You know what I mean? We can't expect things to always be the same. We do have like the younger generation of kids. I just wish there were more kind of venues and things for them. I do feel like we are very limited on where we can perform right now, especially
Okay.
given like the rap sort of genre. It's not very welcomed in the city. So
Well,
I do
okay,
just
which is understandable, right? So, because I was in that little like back and forth with it, because they were just like, oh, you do things for the white people, and it's like, nah, that's not it at all. Like they're not putting themselves in the steps of like the store owner, right? Now, the only thing about the rap in Tampa sometimes, right, is like most of them are not spending money, so it's like, and the promoter's not making money at the door, so it's a wash. But that electricity I have to pay for. You know what I'm saying? That staff I have to pay for. So it's not really welcome because like they haven't really shown consistently that they can keep things going. But and when they do, it becomes a fight. You know what I'm saying? Or when they do, then like the owner is not like a particularly good owner. So then there's issues there as well too. So I say that to say this. Like this is what I mean by like the people be putting the gatekeepers in front of themselves. Do other spots. Why can't you do like a coffee shop? You know what I'm saying? Why can't you do a library? Why can't you do a gym? Why can't you do, like like how people got the fitness joint with the trailers? Bring a trailer and perform in the trailer. The limitations are there. Like what I'm saying, we even did the book bag drive that we did. We did it at the Tempest building. That's an art studio. So it's like, yeah, it's not you won't have like the Apollos and stuff like that out here, but
you got to get creative.
there's mad places that people, yeah, that's what being an artist is about. You know what I'm saying? People used to put the disc jockeys on top of milk crates. You know what I'm saying? It was never always sweet. We had to fight for this shit. You know what I'm saying? And people get lazy because they see other people like, oh, they got this, they got that over here. Okay, but like, it was not always like that. You know what I'm saying? We have to build the wealth within the city so that we can have these unlimited venues. You know what
Right,
I'm saying?
right. For sure, for sure. Okay, well, that is it. But one last thing, if someone was listening to your music for the very first time, what song should they listen to?
Mm, I would say levels. I think
Levels.
levels is a great entry point. Actually, no. I think Adam and Eve. I think Adam and Eve is a great entry point to who I am, my creativity. And if you like that, then I will say Winnie. And if you love Winnie, then I say Outside.
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, we're
It'll
gonna
be a
try to
try.
put some people
I
on.
feel like Spotify would like suggest it, like
Okay, perfect. All right. Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate you.
no doubt.
I know you had some fatherly duties, but I appreciate you taking the time to sit and chat with me. Thank you for being a guest on
Of course.
Archive Live. Again, the replay will be available on YouTube tomorrow. So we'll send out some
Make sure y'all
shares
like
and
and
stuff.
subscribe. If y'all watching
Yes,
this, like and subscribe, man.
like and subscribe. All right. Thank you so much.
No problem. Appreciate you, Dree. Take care.
Thanks. You too. Have a good night.
Different levels.